Hello, and thanks for clicking on the video and joining us today as we welcome a brand new group of students into the Germantown Youth Group. Each year we have a Move Up Sunday event where all graduating 6th graders come to the GYG teen class on Sunday morning and celebrate with their families with a potluck after worship. Well, with the coronavirus going on and social distancing being implemented, we're not going to be able to meet like we normally do. But we still wanted to make sure that we welcome these new 6th graders and their families into the youth group this year. As a way to get to know them better, we sent a survey out to the parents of our incoming new 7th graders into the GYG. So what we'll do is we'll go through each one of them and welcome them. Afterwards, after we get to know them a little bit better, we'll go ahead and get to some important summer announcements. Our first incoming GYG member is Kat Beaver. Kat is daughter to James and Melissa Beaver. Her parents wrote that 3 strengths of hers include the fact that she's outgoing and extroverted, that she's a leader, and that she's expressive. Some of her hobbies and interests include photography, music, and softball. If she could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, what would she choose? She'd choose invisibility. Our next student is Caroline Curry, daughter to Brian and Christy Curry. 3 of her strengths include loyalty, kindness, and compassion. Her hobbies include basketball, track, and anything sports related. If she could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it would be teleportation, so she could get to places quickly. Our next student is Addie Davis. Addie is daughter to Andy and Amy Davis. 3 of her strengths are that she's reliable, a self-starter, and humble. Her hobbies and interests include soccer and art. If she could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it would be to teleport, so that she could go on vacation, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Our next student is Carter Duncan. Carter is son to Carrie and Lori Duncan. 3 of his strengths include that he's a good, loyal friend, that he's easygoing and laid back, and that he's clever and pretty witty. Some of his hobbies include gaming, like creating YouTube content, Minecraft, and Roblox. He enjoys sporting and outdoor activities, including basketball, swimming, and riding his bike. And he enjoys time with friends and family. If he could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it would be mind reading. Carter thinks it would be awesome to be able to see how other people think and view things, especially from his baby sister's point of view. Our next GYG member coming in is Adelaide Graham. Adelaide is daughter to Derek and Emily Graham. 3 of her strengths include that she's independent, she's unique, and she's funny. Some of her hobbies and interests include that she really wants to get into behind the scenes in theater, she enjoys lads to leaders, and hanging out and spending time with friends. If she could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it would be to be invisible, so she could do what she wants to do. Our next GYG member coming in is Olivia Mars. Olivia is daughter to David and Christy Mars. Her strengths include that she's independent, unique, and funny. Some of her hobbies include reading, cooking, Girl Scouts, and playing the flute. If she could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it'd be to be a healer because she wanted to help people who were sick. Our next person is Sam Mars. Sam is also the son of David and Christy Mars. 3 of his strengths include that he's honest, curious, and sensitive. Some of his interests include swimming, ukulele, traveling, and geography and maps. If he could have the ability to do anything for 5 minutes, his superpower would be teleport, so he could go to another city or country and explore. Our next student is Zach Mars. Zach is also son to David and Christy Mars. 3 of his strengths include thoughtfulness, kindness, and creativity. Some of his hobbies include basketball, trumpet, and the outdoors. If he could have a superpower for 5 minutes, it would be able to talk to and understand animals. Another student is Chase Poo. Chase is son to Stephen and Kimming Poo. 3 of his strengths include that he's hardworking, creative, determined. Some of his hobbies include taekwondo, band, and filmmaking. If he could have a power for only 5 minutes, the superpower he would choose is super strength, so he could pick up and move heavy objects. Our next student is Amelia Russell. Amelia is daughter to Alan and Katya Russell. 3 strengths of hers include that she's caring, energetic, and a hard worker. Some of her hobbies and interests include that she swims on the middle school team and for MTAC, that she's into chorus and singing, she's a part of the Girl Scouts, and loves animals and the outdoors. If she could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it'd be invincibility, so she couldn't get hurt. Our final new GYG student is Jackson Yang, son of Jackie Feng and Jenny Yang. 3 of his strengths include that he's great at art and drawing, that he's good with computers, and he's athletic. Some of his hobbies include playing video games on computers, programming computers, reading books, and playing sports and getting outside. If he could have a superpower for only 5 minutes, it would be that whatever he drew comes to life because he loves to draw. Hopefully, you're just as excited as I am to welcome these new students and families into the GYG and will help them feel welcome. Now, as you know, with all of these social distancing measures, it makes youth ministry particularly challenging. So we wanted to make sure that all of our new families, as well as some of our veteran families, in case you've missed it, are aware of the resources that we've put out over the course of the last 2 months. On Mondays, we upload a 1 to 3 minute devotional video geared towards getting you to start your week out just right by looking at Scripture. Then on Wednesdays, we offer a GYG Teen Zoom Hangout, which includes games with prizes, a devotional, and small group breakouts. On Sundays, we release Sunday morning Bible class videos that have been pre-recorded. Some series we've already put out that you can go back and watch include Reading Scripture Baptismally, our new series where we looked at the New Testament and the baptism of Jesus and unraveled some of the theological underpinnings that make Christianity so unique. We also released a 3-part video series called Adolescence, Technology, and Parenting, where we talk about being intentional Christian technology users and go over tools and guides for how to parent. This series also came out with a workbook. All of these resources and more can be found on our social media platforms. We release videos on YouTube at our channel, Germantown Youth Group. We also do things on Facebook at Germantown Youth Group, as well as the parents-only page, GYG Parents at Gtown. We also have an Instagram page that we're active on, which is Germantown Youth Group. And finally, our email, germantownyouthgroup@gmail.com. Now to our summer announcements. Unfortunately, we've had to cancel the Ultimate Youth Rally, the annual youth rally that our church puts on during Memorial Day weekend, due to restrictions with large gatherings. As far as other summer events are concerned, I need your help. I'm sending out a GYG parent survey on what you would feel comfortable with your teens doing over the summer in regards to the coronavirus. Please fill it out as quickly as possible so we can plan accordingly. We're so glad that you and your family are a part of this youth ministry. Thanks for joining us today as we got to learn more about our incoming students. Know that I'm praying for you and your family. Know that I miss you and I can't wait to see you again. And know that I hope you have an awesome day.